Withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thine hand to do it. Say not unto thy neighbor, Go and come again, and tomorrow I will give it, when thou hast it by thee. I'm going to keep it short and simple today. I realized this morning, and every day as I'm going on my journey with God, realizing how much important it is to God to love thy neighbor. And it makes so much sense, right? Because when we really think about it, we're to be made in his image, especially as followers of Christ. We're to be made in the image of God. We're to follow out the reflection of Jesus Christ. So more and more, it says even in his word that we are to be the example. Just as much as we preach and spread the gospel, we're also supposed to be the example of the gospel. And it says in the Bible, it's just as much as important. And that being said, too, I was just thinking as I was going to work this morning, it's like even when we think about doubts, when we have so much complaints in our hearts, and we have so much times where we're like, Lord, I'm going through that. But truth be told, each one of us has something to be grateful for. And I believe that giving is so important. I told my partner this today. I believe giving is so important because when you are giving, you generally realize that you have more than enough. There's something always to be grateful for, and we spend so much time doubting and filling ourselves with stress and filling ourselves with all these issues that a lot of it is really just by comparing ourselves to others. But in reality, we fill ourselves with all of this self-torment that we don't need instead of thanking God for what we do have. And I do believe by humbling ourselves and giving to others, we're able to see what we have. And it's not about boastfulness. It's not about trying to say I'm better than this person. But it's about if you can find someone that is truly humble in nature, is truly filled with so much gratefulness to have breath of life, gratefulness to have just food in their mouths and clothes in their bags or water to drink. And it's not even just only saying that is always the case. But there are so many people out there that are just so humble, that are just so grateful for little. And it makes you realize that God has given you so much. Why are you worried about it? There's always something to be grateful about. In the same case, I want to leave it with you that your increase is not always your increase alone. Sometimes God gives you increase to truly bless others. If he is giving you increase, it's also important, as it says in Scripture, to give your first fruits of your increase that he has blessed you with. In this case, in the Scripture, it is saying that if you have increase, if he has truly blessed you, bless others. If someone is in need, if someone needs help, don't just say, I will give it to you tomorrow. Don't just keep putting it off to the next day. God has also given you increase so that you can bless others. Your increase is not your own alone. And I know sometimes it can be difficult, but because we're thinking, I have this, I want to keep this. But truth be told, it also speaks about, which I'll give in Scripture as well at the bottom, to not have greed with what he has blessed you with. Remember that you are a blessing to someone else just as God has blessed you. I love you, but Jesus loves you more.